How to limit your child's screen time. The COVID-19 epidemic, hybrid learning environments, and distant learning models all have resulted in an increase in screen time among students throughout the school day. Because of this, it's more crucial than ever to limit your usage of devices during the day. Some experts believe that since toddlers are so young, you shouldn't introduce them to computers, tablets, or smartphones. However, these gadgets are a part of our daily lives, much like television. It might be difficult to keep an eye on a child's screen time with displays almost everywhere. The fact that some screen time may be instructive and promote kids' social development only serves to confuse issues. Consequently, how can you control your child's screen time? The toddler years are amazing. A youngster is developing their ability to explore and react to their environment. Their future is greatly influenced by these years. Today's kids are exposed to screens heavily from an early age, especially mobile displays. Children are spending more time with smartphones as most learning during COVID is now done online. However, studies have shown that excessive screen usage might hinder your child's development on a number of fronts. If you're a first-time parent, keep in mind that screen time has the most negative effects on young children, so it's crucial to set limits right away. The Journal of the American Academy of Pediatrics states that for the development of their cognitive, verbal, motor, and socio-emotional abilities, children under the age of 2 need a combination of social engagement with their careers and hands-on exploration. Toddlers aren't helped by digital media unless their caretakers help them apply what they're learning, especially at age 15 months, by reteaching children's basic ideas. Despite the fact that their memory and attentional abilities are still growing, this aids children in learning a few things. Limiting screen time also makes it easier for parents to monitor what their kids are doing online and on social media. Parents are nonetheless responsible for their children's screen time even though more study is required to properly grasp its impacts. Adults are equally affected by screen time as children are. Everyone is at danger of becoming obese from too much screen time, which is also associated with sleep problems and has a negative impact on relationships. Studies have been done on the detrimental impacts of screen usage on youngsters, especially teenagers, and how it correlates to anxiety, sadness, and attention span. Here are a few smart ways that can help you reduce your child's screen time. Establish technology-free zones. Create areas in your home where technology, including computers, portable video games, and mobile phones, are categorically forbidden. One instance is the dining room or kitchen in your house, which you may keep set apart for family meals and chat. Communication is essential. Talk to your kids and find out what they did with their friends, what occurred at school, and their favorite music. Discuss with your child the effects of excessive screen time on their eyes and the activities they lose out on as a result. Introduce sports to your youngster and encourage long-term participation. It's crucial to keep your kid active in tactile pursuits like coloring, playing, sketching, painting, reading, gardening, and singing. Remember that a young child's growing brain benefits more from unstructured playing than from electronic media. Create a schedule. Plan your child's screen time. Even if your youngster attempts to escape it, stick to the routine and don't give up. Make sure the digital media is of excellent quality and steer clear of solo media use when introducing it to kids between the ages of 18 and 24 months. Limit screen time for kids between the ages of 2 and 5 to 1 hour per day of high-quality programs that you may watch with them. Additionally, keep young children away from fast-paced programs, violent material, and applications with a lot of distracting information. Since young children have difficulty distinguishing between advertisements and factual information, remove advertising from applications. Develop your electronics knowledge. The youth of today are tech-savvy. Most of them are more knowledgeable about electronics than most adults. Parents must remain current on the newest social media platforms, applications, games, and trends. Explain the reasons for limiting screen time. Your children are considerably more likely to abide by the limits you establish if they realize that you're restricting screen time, because spending too much time in front of a screen has negative effects. Your children may be more inclined to rebel against or disregard the rules you are attempting to impose if they believe you are just being cruel to them. Explain the dangers of violent video games, TV shows, and movies based on what is age appropriate. Make careful to talk to your children about the risks of online predators if they use the internet. Make sure that every family member engages in the conversation about screen media and helps to establish a set of rules that everyone can abide by. Ask your kids for their passwords. You might want to think about requesting the passwords to your children's social media and online accounts. Children are sometimes incapable of handling interactions online and are therefore susceptible to cyberbullying. The decision will need to be discussed as a family, but ultimately it will be up to you as the parent to decide how to best safeguard your child while yet giving them some privacy and autonomy. Keep screens out of your child's bedroom. If your kids are allowed to use gadgets away from you, you won't be able to see what they're doing on them. For this reason, you might wish to establish a rule prohibiting the use of TVs, video game consoles, and laptops in your child's bedroom. This also applies to portable gadgets that your children could be enticed to use after bedtime, which might disrupt their sleep. Make to use a screen a privilege. You may choose to treat screen time as a privilege as opposed to a right. A child's phone, laptop, or video game may be taken away as punishment if you utilize a kind of discipline that involves deprivation of privileges. But after you've established a cap on the amount of screen time permitted, don't let them earn more time as a reward. Stick to the daily cap instead and provide additional inexpensive or free gifts to encourage good behavior. Set aside time to disconnect. All members of your family should set aside time to turn off their gadgets. 2 instances would be during dinner time or an hour before bedtime. Your family will have the chance to spend meaningful, cherished time together when everyone agrees to put down their gadgets.